That show was horrible, you said?
No, that shit was funny.
Oh.
Shit was funny.
Okay. Quick episode, because Town needs to get out of here.
Welcome to the shit show.
Okay, Little Things. What did you think of Little Things?
I think the trailer was intriguing.
What did you think of Jared Leto's performance?
It looked intriguing.
Do you think... Sorry, my underwear is... I got like butt cracking now. Do you think that Rami Malek is overrated as fuck?
I think he's bug-eyed.
I think he's super overrated. He's never really actually done anything that good.
He was decent in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Decent.
And he was...
Decent.
In that show, Mr. Robot.
That everyone won't shut up about. Decent.
I'll shut up about it because I've never seen it.
Yeah, neither have I. He's decent.
He was the villainish in that one video game. You don't remember?
No, he's in the last Twilight movie.
Ooh, we watched those in November?
My takeaway from the Little Things is that Rami Malek is very overrated, and that Jared Leto should have played the Joker like he played it in that movie. Nomad. What do you think of Nomad?
It looked very
boring.
Boring.
And it was. What do you think Judas and the Black Messiah?
Trump's not president anymore, BLM.
Yep. What do you think of Malcolm and Marie?
It was very black and white.
Mm-hmm. In more than one way?
It was very, very black in one way. Very not white. Except for the drama, right, ladies? So, not so good. I've never seen
it. We'll probably never talk about it. So Nomad, don't get why everyone's like jacking themselves off to it. It was so boring.
Isn't the last good thing that I can't remember her name?
Frances McDormand. She's good in it.
It's Three Billboards. Wasn't that like her last big piece of cinema?
She's like the same character in this movie.
Really?
Yeah, she's just like a grumpy old, like determined woman. Ooh, I don't know. It was boring. It was really boring. Maybe it's not my. I have a hard time seeing who that movie is for. It's boring.
What was it about? Just a grumpy old woman?
She is her husband died, and so she
rented 4 billboards.
So she became a they call them nomads. They just kind of like float around the U.S. and find like odd jobs and live in their vans.
Do you know what?
That's it. That's the whole story. That's the whole movie.
Do you know what nomad means?
Nomad is what they call them.
Nomad.
Nomad?
Yeah, do you know what that means?
No, I don't know.
In Fantastic Beasts, that's the American Muggle.
Oh.
That sounds like an American Muggle movie.
Anyway, I don't get it.
Boo.
It was boring. It was really boring. It was hard for me to get through it personally.
Didn't she direct it?
No, some Asian lady directed it.
No.
I don't know. I get what they were going for, but like they like every like scene they thought was like really cute and like emotional, which is like boo. Judas and Black Messiah. I don't get that one either. I don't get why everyone's like jacking themselves off to that one either. Like, why? No, I know why they're doing it. That's all I'm gonna. That's all I'm gonna say about it. I don't want to get into a fight with.
I was gonna say there are 3.
And then the other guy is pretty good, Lakeith. I actually like Lakeith
from Uncut Gems.
Yeah, I like him. I think he's good.
I never saw Sorry to Bother You. I just know he was in it.
Yeah, Sorry to Bother You was a fucking shit show. It's a stupid ass movie.
They kept saying it was like otherworldly.
It
I've
is.
never seen anything like it.
It is. It's super off the wall, and it's not very good. I thought it was pretty stupid.
That's a bummer.
He was pretty good in it. The movie Judas and Black Messiah was fine, though. It was super fine. That's it. That's my review of it. It was fine. Malcolm and Marie, though. What a frustrating movie that was.
Wasn't that the goal?
Oh,
like
I don't know.
Relationship issues?
I don't know. It was frustrating, though.
No titties? That's frustrating.
It was hard to watch because it was just so frustrating. Ugh, I don't know.
I've just heard that they're like very stupid people, and you don't want to root for either.
That's the problem. You can't attach yourself to anybody because they're both terrible. They're both super terrible.
Terrible people or terrible acting in the movie?
Terrible people. Just like terrible people. The acting's fine. People keep praising the acting, but I think Zendaya is terrible. I don't think she's a good actress. Like, she's just playing Zendaya in it. Here's the thing. There's a part in the movie where she's acting like she's acting. If you see the movie, you'll understand it. And she is phenomenal in that part. But then the rest of the movie, she's terrible.
Whoa.
It's like, so when you're actually acting, you were good. But when you're playing yourself, because you always play yourself, she's just like this like stuck up little bitch.
What's the guy's name?
David Washington. I can't remember the middle name. I don't know why he
Stop going by 3
I don't know why he
names.
insists on using his middle name too. Yeah, exactly.
You were the worst part of a great movie already.
He
so
should
knock
literally
it off.
he should literally just say I'm Denzel Washington's son. That's why I'm famous
John
now.
David Denzel.
I'm Denzel Washington's son. That's why I'm famous.
McDonald.
He's fine in it. It's just he just screams and yells, and it's like, this is good acting because I'm screaming and yelling. It's like, it's not.
If you go to Walmart, you can see the same shit.
I could go really deep on that movie because I do kind of want to talk about it, but I'm not going to. My biggest issue was the sound mixing of it, though. There's a part where he's eating macaroni and cheese in the beginning, and it was so loud that I almost turned the movie off because it was so frustratingly loud.
Like ASMR?
Yeah. It was like...
Ew.
And the way he was eating it, and like, it's the most frustrating scene of a movie I've seen this year. It was so frustrating.
I also think it's tacky that it was filmed during pandemic.
And it's just tacky that he made it in black and white. It's a pretentious-ass movie.
I think a lot of these pandemic... If you're wearing a mask in your newer season Sex in the City, I'm calling you out, you dumb bitch. And if you're wearing a mask, if you're making a movie, Anne Hathaway...
Was this mine then? Did I bring this in here?
Yeah, of course you did.
Cool.
Don't. I think it's cringy. I think it's trash. I don't want to watch anything. If you're relating to what's going on right now, if you're trying to make your Sex in the City season Who Gives a Fuck, or whatever your newest Modern Family, whatever, I don't even know anymore, man. Everything is tying in like, hey, look, we're going to play even Mallrats 2. Kevin Smith's like, yeah, I'm going to tie in the pandemic. How about this, Kevin Smith? Don't. Just make Mallrats 2.
Kevin Smith should shove his baggy shorts up his ass and go home.
I thought Jane Silent Bob reboot was good. It was hilarious. You didn't watch it.
I'm not going to watch it because he's terrible. He's never been good. I'll stand by that. He's never been good.
You don't mean that.
He's never been good. Not that he's bad now. He's never been good.
Kevin, he doesn't mean that.
Kevin, I hate you. I don't get any of your movies at all.
Are you going to fight Kevin and Elliot?
And Seth.
And Seth? Oh, yeah.
At the same time. Easy. That sounds like an easy fight. Honestly, that sounds like a fun fight.
They should pay you to throw the fight. That does sound pretty easy.
They would have to pay me so much to throw that fight, just because it'd be so hard to throw it. Because they're a bunch of sacks of potatoes. They're so lame.
We need to have Army Hammy be the referee. And
eat the loser.
Lick the blood off the Pentagon. Octagon, whatever the fuck.
But yeah, the macaroni, and then they kiss in one part, and it is the most frustratingly loud kissing noise. It would make me so mad. And the guy that made it, he is seriously just like, oh, yeah, fucking jacking himself off. The whole movie is about the guy as a director that made a movie,
right.
And he's in. It like gets deeper in that with their relationship, but it's pretty much about a director that makes a movie, and he's trying to prove the people that write reviews about movies wrong.
Good job.
And seriously, it's just like the whole movie is just like the main guy made a movie, and he's like, it's like they're just gonna say it's a bad movie because of this, because they don't understand it because of this, but like they're just like so dumb. I was like, so just like. Watch Godzilla King of the Monsters. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I watched it when it came out. You hated it?
It's bad. It's bad. They literally I seriously wanted to like record like a scene of it. I'm gonna look it up before I edit this and just like put it on the screen. There's multiple times where they're just like, "Do you not see that there's Godzilla?" It's like that bad of acting, and it's good actors too. And they're just like, but what are you going to do to my daughter? Come on. It's that bad. You know it is. You can't deny it. And then the creature violence fighting was not as cool as it should have been.
What pissed me off...
It needed to be way more cool for it to justify...
What pissed me off about that movie was they sold it like an HBO fight. They said very little human drama, Nothing but monster carnage. Guess what was in that movie?
Humans.
A lot of fucking humans.
The whole time just going, where's my daughter?
Yeah,
Where's my daughter?
no one gives a... Okay, what we Timothy, whatever the stupid name is.
CHALMANTE.
Fuck
Let's
that
talk
guy.
about him in a second.
Okay.
Let's finish this talk and then let's talk about
No,
Timothy.
I'm getting onto that. With
No,
this.
this is-
11.
She sucks.
She sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be 11.
Mhm.
Fuck off of there. I'm sorry. You're not good. Just be 11.
But I don't blame her for that though. I blame the people that made the movie and the people that cast her.
Have
though.
you seen her interviews?
Is she bitchy?
Yes.
Oh, I haven't
She
seen
has
it.
her head on her fucking shoulders. Like, and it's this big.
Boo.
And when I watch her in these like roles where she's trying to act, I'm like,
Mhm.
you're not that good, little child. Come on, silly.
Yeah.
Get off the fucking screen. Go yell at some demogorgons again. Jesus.
No, I was incredibly annoyed at that movie. Like it was hard to get through that. I was just like,
No, I did like
seriously, like
King of the Monster. I did like it.
I didn't.
I think Godzilla vs. Kong looks pretty cool.
I do too. I think it actually looks really cool.
What's I'm already pre-pissed because they're like, one of them will fall. They're selling that in the trailers. One of them's they're not gonna pull the Freddy
Nah.
versus Jason. They're not gonna pull the Batman versus Superman or whoever the fuck other versus whoever. You know what's gonna happen? There's gonna be an alternate fucking bad guy. Everyone thinks it's gonna be Mechagodzilla, which would be cool to see.
It's gonna be something like that. They're
One
gonna
of
team
them's-
up together against something, and one of them will die doing it.
That's what it's gonna be. It's not
And
gonna
then
be.
then they'll come back in the next one.
It looks
you know they
cool,
will.
but it's not gonna be this Mike Tyson versus whoever the. It's gonna be.
Mhm.
Oh, we're pissed off. Where's Martha? And then it's gonna be
Mhm. Perfect. Where's Martha?
just like Superman died by fucking.
Mhm. Yeah, and that's exactly what's gonna happen. Then one of them will come back, just like in the next Justice League.
Kong Skull America.
Yeah.
It looks cool.
Yeah,
I'll
I think it
watch
looks cool. Actually, I'm actually pretty excited for that. Why is Timothy Chalamet a thing?
Because he looks like a woman.
Is he cute? I'm just curious. Why is he a thing? You have no reason why, huh?
There is no reason.
There's no reason. He's never done anything good. He's never done anything good.
I had this conversation with Kelsey recently. We were talking about. I swear to God, I had this conversation,
Yeah.
and I said, "Why him?
He's a cutie?
He's not even cute. He looks bored. He's got the straight down, bored eyebrows. He's got
I can
the curly hair.
I can see girls thinking he's attractive, but I'm just
What girl?
so it's like that's the same thing with like people thought Leonardo DiCaprio was attractive, but he could act though.
He's
and
handsome
he
fuck though.
he brought it every time. Like, what has this dildo ever done? I don't get it. Like, I keep reading all these articles, like the new like megastar Timothy Chalamet, and they're putting him in everything. It's like,
yeah.
how is he a leading man? Like, in what status, in what world did he earn spot of leading man? Like, he's leading Dune. Why? Based on what? What did he prove? What did he do to prove that he should be a leading man in a giant blockbuster movie? What movie?
Do you think he's being very hush hush about Armie Hammer? Do you think he?
Do you think Armie Hammer licked his bloody
ass?
like Koopa?
Ooh, Koopa. I think so. And Warner Bros. Like, don't you say shit, Timothy, until after Dune, and then.
Armie Hammer's not big enough to give him hush hush roles though.
I mean, you never know.
I don't know. I'm so bugged by this kid.
What if they were in it together?
I'm super bugged hearing his name, and he's like been announced in everything. That boy ain't done nothing.
Yeah, I'm annoyed too.
He's a supporting character in most movies, and he's barely there. He has no presence. He has no charisma. He's just there, completely just there. And it's I don't.
Right.
I don't know. I'm really bugged by him, and I don't know. I don't get it. It's just not doing it for me. I think Dune will flop, and I think he's gonna be a big reason for it.
Dune's not gonna flop.
Okay.
If anything.
Okay.
We were talking Taylor Kitsch earlier. He was supposed to be this huge star, just like the dude from Tron Legacy. God damn, I can't remember his name.
Garrett Hedlund.
He was also supposed to be the star, just like the dude from Sons of Anarchy.
Garrett Hedlund can actually act, though.
All three of those guys can. Maybe Taylor Kitsch not so much, but
the guy from Charlie Hunnam from
you don't think
Sons of Anarchy, he's fine. He's serviceable if he's in the right role.
It's like they're selling the face. And I feel like with Timothy, whatever the hell his name is, they're selling it.
Those other guys had to work their asses off to get to that point, though. They were in so much stuff.
Yeah.
And like working and building and like getting there. Then they finally got like some leading roles, and maybe they didn't work out, but at least they were in like Charlie Hunnam was in Sons of Anarchy for fucking 6 seasons and was in tons of supporting roles in movies. And it's like, okay, he's like proving himself. Freaking Timothy is just like, can I be the main character in your $300 million movie now?
My dad
and everyone's like,
say yes.
Yeah, you can
do it. Just make sure you might be bisexual.
Ugh, boo.
You're scrawny enough that you're gonna attract the both genders.
Yeah.
So there's some weirdos out there.
Everyone's so weird these days that they like both genders.
He's
anyway.
a womanly looking kid.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
I just don't like has no charisma or.
No, he looks bored.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat trailer.
Ooh.
You love it? You hate it?
Love it.
Why?
Well, here's the thing. We're talking someone who's grew up with the games and played the games and not. So if you're not a gamer, or sorry, a player of the games, it's probably not going to grab you that hard.
What separates this from the other movies that were already made, though?
Well, they only made 2. And then they did Legacy, which was kind of cool, too.
I know, but those movies were universally hated. It looks exactly the same.
The first one...
With slightly better graphics.
The first one became somewhat of a cult movie.
Yeah.
The second one, people do talk shit to this day, which I like it, even though it's very bad. The only recurring characters are Liu Kang and Katana. That's it.
I think it will be cool, but it will be a bad movie.
Well, if you play the games, it looks like the games.
I know, but it's going to be a bad movie, though.
Have you seen how stoked everybody is over this? An R-rated, brutally
It's
R-rated...
going to be a bad movie, though. It'll just be cool, though.
What's going to make it bad?
It's going to be hokey and, like, bad dialogue and bad story and, like, bad acting, like it showed in the trailer significantly. But it will be cool, though.
Well,
it doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a piece of art. It's going to be cool.
But
it's not going to be a very good movie,
It
though.
could be one of the greats as far as adaptations go.
It's not going to be a good movie.
As far as...
No, it's not. I'm just telling you, it's not going to be a good movie.
But it looks cool. How are you shooting down the fact that it looks awesome?
It's going to be cool, and it's not going to be a good movie.
If you played the games and watched the trailer, like, wow, set pieces, fatalities...
It's going to be a cool movie, but it's not going to be a good movie.
So when we watch this...
Do you want to do Willis Wonderland or St. Maud first?
Probably. I don't know. There's still some news to talk about.
No, there's not.
I got some shit.
No, you got to go home.
I know. She just called again.
I know. So yeah, Willis Wonderland or St. Maud first. No, I don't want.
No,
I don't want to do any news.
Did you watch the trailer for Boss Level?
No. I don't even know what that is.
Frank Grillo. It looks like Happy Death Day, but he keeps dying.
No, yeah, I don't care about that at all.
Did you see the trailer?
I don't need to.
God damn it.
What else?
It looks really good.
Oh, come on.
Harry Potter TV show on HBO.
Dumb. I didn't even read about it, but dumb. Dumb.
Do you like Harry Potter?
I'm obsessed with it.
And you think this is dumb?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't want to see that.
What do you want to see? If you're obsessed with it, don't you want more? That's obsession. You want more. You can't get enough. You're hooked.
If they can show me something that's worth watching it, then
like clearly we have the 8 movies. Clearly we have the Grindelwald, Fantastic Beasts prequels.
Was just shit the bed, so
it's good. But this new stuff, they haven't announced anything, so we don't know if it's going to be anything. But it's kind of like
probably not
the end.
Probably not going to be anything.
But it's HBO.
Do you think it'll be as unsatisfying as WandaVision?
I like WandaVision.
Do you think it will be as unsatisfying? Every single episode of that show is incredibly unsatisfying.
I disagree.
It is the most painful show to get through.
Every episode they're tackling a different...
So?
It's so cool.
So? It's so boring.
And you're left wondering, why is Wanda doing this? You're left wondering what is going on. And the dark revelations that she has. She has Vision's corpse. It's awesome.
It's so goddamn boring.
Why?
It has been a struggle. This is not a show that should be week to week. This needs to be released all at once because Oh, I'm pulling my hair
That's
out
so
watching
weird
it.
because we watch every episode. Like, oh my god, this show. Like
Really?
the first two were just comedic. Like, okay, WandaVision is gonna be this weird I Love Lucy slapstick. Then episode 3,
Which was
happens.
ass. Like,
It was
why? It was
hilarious.
so dumb. I hate it.
He doesn't mean that.
I hate it.
But they're introducing new heroes. They're introducing new villains. It's supposed to tie into
People who don't care. Okay, it's like spoiler alert. They just announced a witch.
Who's in the comics? I looked into.
I looked into it too, and nobody knows because it's a dumbass character. It's a lame witch.
Well, in the comics, she's
who
like a mentor.
cares?
What's his name? Chrono, whatever. Something. The dude that plays Tick in Lovecraft Country, he's gonna play like the next
The demon or something.
Avengers level threat. Everyone thinks.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Which I'm all about. I watched.
Maybe it will pay off by the end, but at this point, this has been like an absolute struggle for me to get through.
That's so bizarre.
Absolute struggle.
We are loving every minute of it.
Keep loving
giving
it.
us answers.
Keep loving it
giving
then.
us questions.
It's fine. Keep loving it. You got anything else? I don't
Yeah, I got a lot.
No, come on.
The showrunner of Lovecraft Country. Did you watch that whole show?
No.
I watched it twice. It's really good.
But you can't watch all these movies that I just talked about. You can watch Lovecraft
You didn't
Country
tell me
twice.
to watch Nomad or.
I'm gonna tell you, these are the hottest movies in the world right now.
According to TikTok, maybe.
According to the world, Nomad will probably win Best Picture this year.
Gay.
And if it does,
Ooh. Nah. Anyway.
Buttman for your consideration.
Buttman.
Academy.
Now that is a good show. The showrunner of Lovecraft Country is going to be directing Tomb Raider 2.
I could care less.
Did you not like Tomb Raider?
No. Not at all.
Jesus.
Not even a little bit. It was lame.
I liked it. I played the games. Good job.
I played the games. The games were cool.
The new ones that it's based on?
Yeah.
They basically made a movie of the first game. And you hated it.
They didn't do that.
For the... Okay. Cloverfield's finally getting an official sequel.
Okay, come on. Give me some. You get one more, and if it's not good, I'm skipping you.
The Last of Us casting.
Oh, goddamn. I don't want to talk about that.
Pedro Pascal,
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
into it, but
Let's fight about that.
I'm not super into it, but I like him.
I think Pedro Pascal is an absolutely goddamn terrible choice for that. Completely terrible. He's supposed to be a southern boy, and they picked a Spanish man. Pedro does not have the charisma or the talent to do that.
He's rugged, though. I think that's what they're going to go for. Joel is not charismatic. Joel is depressed. Joel is angry. Joel is surviving.
But Joel has many levels to his personality. That
he cares.
It's going to be
or
really.
He wants to kill you. That's
but
it.
I don't think Pedro Pascal is going to be able to bring that. And on top of it, he's not. He's goddamn Spanish.
They will use paint and a little more.
I'm really annoyed by him.
I'm annoyed with.
You're annoyed with the girl. I don't know why, because I think her character, how she played her character in Game of Thrones, is gonna.
And that's probably what they're going off of. Like, hey,
she did good.
Who's a badass girl?
I think it's gonna reflect
and
really
HBO's
well.
like, oh, the only time we did that other than Arya was that one girl.
I think she's going to do really good. I'm actually really excited about that. I wish they would have gone more outside of the box with Joel, like they did with her, personally.
I don't like how she looks. I'd rather watch a pig shit. You know?
She's not that ugly.
She is.
And Ellie's not that cute anyway.
She's not, but she doesn't look like Ellie. That's what bothers me.
I saw a picture of her recently, and she's not that far off.
I saw fan art, which doesn't fucking matter. And I was like, okay, that's doable.
I don't think she's that far off. I just don't think she's that far off. I think she'll be fine for that. And I think she's going to be able to bring it, personally.
That's my favorite video game of all time. I'm going to watch it. I'm going to fucking love it.
I'm more excited about her. I think Pedro was a terrible decision. That's just me.
I don't know, man. I just don't know. Why can't I control these decisions? HBO, fuck.
All right, Willy's Wonderland.
Cruella trailer. We're gonna watch that.
Willy's Wonderland. No, let's just do it. No, let's watch that later.
No, now is later.
I'm not in the mood. I don't know. Come on, Willy's Wonderland.
But there's one more thing to talk about.
Okay, what?
Cruella's.
No. All right, Willy's Wonderland is St. Maud.
Okay, sorry. Netflix acquired officially the rights to Jessica Jones and Punisher.
Who cares?
Or not Netflix. Disney acquired
did it.
Netflix's live actions of Jessica Jones and Punisher officially. which now means they have Iron
But not
Fist,
Daredevil?
and they have Daredevil.
They already
have
had
Luke
Daredevil.
Cage- They already had him.
Oh.
Supposedly he's on set. So now it's official that Disney owns Netflix's live action shit.
I never watched them, though.
I'm very excited. If they
You're getting
continue
another
it-
phone call right now.
God.
I'm telling you, Willy's Wonderland or Saint Maud first. Do you want me to talk to her and tell you to hurry up and review these movies?
Why? I better text. Okay, fine. Fuck the news.
Yeah, you know.
We're here to update you. That's the end of the shit show.
Alright, I'm gonna restart that real quick. Perfect timing.
Why does she keep calling? Okay. Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah, let's get in Willy's Wonderland real quick and just shoot that out of the way. What do you think about that movie?
I thought it was awesome and terrible at the same time.
I was fairly disappointed with it.
You said halfway through you were disappointed.
Fairly disappointed with it.
The beginning, I was having fun. I was like, okay, they're building up. This is very, very B-list.
Mm.
Very.
They should have embraced that. If they would have embraced just the corniness of it and gone with like the weird Nicolas Cage silent thing and the weird monsters, cult classic.
I think
The
it's gonna
fact
be a
that
classic.
they shoehorned like the teenagers or whatever age these kids were supposed to be, and incorporated like the overly convoluted like story of like the serial killers like killed themselves, and like it's like it was like just
the lore.
Stop it.
I didn't hate the lore of why these things are possessed.
I didn't hate it. I just hated how it was presented and how it was like incorporated.
That's why I don't know if I already told you. I compared this movie to like Hobo with the Shotgun and Killer Clowns.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like this has the potential to be a cult classic, and
Mhm.
it might get a sequel. I honestly hope it does, but I hope the directors learn because I think the music was cool.
Music was cool.
I think Nick Cage. I don't really like him, but he did a good job.
You are
saying
the
shit.
person that should love him. I don't get it.
I don't like his because he's.
That's
he
fine.
just- he just-
He's the coolest guy in the world, but it's fine. But yeah,
But-
continue.
Music was awesome. His acting was awesome. His take on the character reminded me of Drive Angry, if you ever saw that. Where he busts out
No, I know.
It was the same fucking character, but he didn't talk.
Yeah.
So I've seen him do this already. I'm like, okay, I like Drive Angry. That
Mhm.
worked. I'm a Five Nights at Freddy's fan.
I have never
I've been
played the game,
tracking
really.
this movie for over a year. I finally got to see it. I had fun. My two least favorite things about it, one of which I blame casting. The teenagers all licked ass. Every single one of
They
them.
were so bad. That girl character was so.
The
main girl.
adopted one. Yeah.
She was.
They were horrible.
She was so
And the
bad.
big-
When she was like telling the story, she's like, and that's why they up. Her voice was just like grating. It was bad.
And the other dude with the hair. Every time he
Okay.
talked, shut up.
Okay, real quick. Can we get out of the way how like racist that they made that black guy be though?
You mean, like
Like,
stereotypical?
yes.
Yeah.
It was just like he's like,
That kind of doesn't work
yo,
anymore.
motherfucker, why we doing this? Like, this is fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck? It was like, it was seriously like, I was just watching. I was like,
It's like shit. Crip,
you
what up?
can't do that in 2021. Like, whoa, it was like, okay.
I felt he was very obnoxious.
And then like,
and his blonde fuck toy was
Mhm.
very stupid. Her
like
acting was awful.
painful, like painfully stupid.
The Hispanic chick was the best of the lot, but she was bad.
They were all like, let's just. We don't even need to dive into
Just
it.
an example.
They were
just
terrible.
an example of how bad
Their
they
whole storyline was so terrible.
Yeah, they want to burn the place down.
Like, why
and
were
it
they in
doesn't
the?
work.
That's what I'm saying. That whole thing should have been cut out of the movie. Them and the cops should have been cut completely out.
The cops
and
didn't
use-
bother me that much.
They bothered me a lot. They should have all been cut out and done something different. They should have done something completely
Well,
different.
I don't think they were wanting to be Five Nights. Five Nights is basically the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
At least the first game. The first two
Yeah.
or three games, actually. That's horror. This was not
Mhm.
horror. This was you are locked in here with Nick Cage and he's
Yeah.
gonna fucking kill you and drink
Mhm.
energy drinks and play fucking Pong or whatever.
See, that's the other thing that got me. Is him playing the
Pinball.
pinball was just like, It was just too
I love though
weird for no reason.
His alarm goes off
For his breaks.
and he like hands the chick the knife.
That was pretty funny.
And he goes and plays pinball and drinks an energy drink.
It just made no sense. I'm just like, what is going on? I don't know. The teenagers or high school or whatever, they all look 35. So I mean, and then when they all started getting killed, they didn't care.
No one cared.
Like the one guy got stabbed right in front of him, and none of them cared.
They're like,
They didn't even do that. They were they went. That was it. That's all they did. Watch it again. They literally just stopped and go. Like, it was really weird. And like every time one of them died, they'd go.
They killed Pete.
They didn't even do that. They just went.
Just look at each other like
for real. Like watch. Because I kept like watching. Like every time like a major character died, they go.
Let me give you patrons an example of the bad dialogue. So this goes along with the acting. The dialogue is awful.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the beginning of the movie-ish when they go into the cop locks the Hispanic girl tied into the furnace.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh, let's find a screwdriver. And the kid's like, he opens up the fridge. He's like, why am I looking in the fridge? Do you remember that? I might have been a little high, but I laughed. I was like,
it was so bad. It was, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know.
And, okay, so I told you that bothered me. The acting, dialogue, atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
But, the other thing kind of bothered me, but I can't complain because it was a $4 million budget. It wasn't $60 million.
It was only $4 million?
Yeah, look at the shit that we talked about. For $4 million, you nailed it.
Good for them. Yeah.
We do some shit for free, and we think we fucking nailed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, our special effects actually look better than that movie for free, but...
So my second complaint ties into that.
Those animatronics look good, though.
Some of it. When they're fighting Nighty Night, obviously a fucking mascot.
Mm-hmm.
The gorilla. Like, there's a lot of... Because they're, like, grabbing them and, like, doing suplexes and fucking throwing them around like a hooker. And it's just, like, obviously human. That bothered me, but I can't complain because they didn't have...
It was pretty entertaining, though. I quite liked that. The siren girl?
That was really cool.
Super creepy.
When she was like
incredibly creepy, yeah. When she was like just like twitching, growing up.
And also hilarious when she just blows up the car.
Yeah,
and like kills herself.
She was really creepy. That creeped me out.
Yeah, Ozzy the Ostrich. The first take was funny because that actually was like animatronic and beats the shit and rips his fucking neck out. I love how he curb stomped the gorilla on the toilet.
Funny. Here's the stupidest thing in the movie, though. The cops knew that. The whole town knows it's just these animatronics that are doing it. So why didn't they just go blow their heads off? How come Nick Cage could just punch them and it ruined, like it killed them and took away the curse, but they couldn't just go in and be like...
Obviously,
answer that for me.
Obviously, the best parts of the movie were the carnage and the fights with the animatronics.
Yeah. But
they looked way too fucking easy.
That's what I'm saying. Nick Cage just completely destroys him with his bare hands.
But it's hilarious.
But this whole town is held at gunpoint by them for all these years, and they're just like sacrificing people because they're scared of him. It's like, just go and kill him.
I argue Drew Goddard with Cabin in the Woods. They kind of worship the ancient gods, and I kind of feel like
that's way different because those were actual gods that brought about the end of the world, and it actually shows at the end of that movie that they didn't fulfill what they're supposed to do, and the end of the world happens.
Right. So maybe
very different because they're just saying they were just scared because they got out of Willys and were killing people in the town. It's like, go to Willys and blow their freaking heads off then.
Maybe they're just
scared. At least try.
What if they're just scared of
at least try?
They were able to transport their souls. What if we can't kill them, kind of a thing?
At least try. Try it out.
That's why you got to take a step
I give
back.
Willys a 5 out of 10.
I had a lot of fun. It was dumb fun. It really was. 6.
6, yeah. I would have given it about a 2, about 50% of the way through, and then by the end, it won me over to a 5. We watched St. Maud too.
Now that movie. Should you step on cockroaches anymore? I don't know.
I don't know. Is God a cockroach or is the devil a cockroach? or which I think is the case, it was all in her head, and it's like a scary thing to just like show the risks of like intense religion, I guess, like whatever the words are for that. Like she believed it so much that like it drove her crazy.
Okay. Well, that's my question. What did you take from it? I feel like it's a very metaphorical movie. Like there's a message about religion in it. What did you take?
To some degree, I think it was a little bit less metaphorical than like what it puts off, because I think it was more upfront, just like kind of like saying like people use religion as a crutch, and it can go the wrong way to some degree. I obviously think this girl had mental issues from when because clearly it shows that like she killed that patient on accident, giving her CPR, and that haunted her, and that's when she became very religious after that. And so like she used this as a crutch, and I think that gave her mental issues, and she just like manifested that into her like religion, and she just took it to the absolute extreme and was just like convinced of things that weren't real. And
so you think it was like Jacob's Ladder, very psychological?
Yeah.
Except Jacob's Ladder, he's already. You saw the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's already basically dying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
I think it was. I think it was all in her head, and I think she was convinced of certain things that weren't real. I think she stabbed that lady and killed her, and lit herself on fire and just burned the fuck to death.
So you think it's all real time, but she hallucinated?
Yes, I think it's showing the perspective of what she thinks is happening, and what's really happening. And what's really happening was that old cancerous woman just was screwing with her because she didn't like her, and she stabbed the shit out of her.
Not Meryl Streep.
Yes, and I think she just lit herself on fire and burned to death right in front of all those people.
Which I have to say, fuck me, that was awesome.
That was cool. I love that. Yeah.
I was thinking in my brain, I'm like, because she's like, everyone fucking drops down and praising her, lighting herself. I'm like,
and she's like,
how cool would it be if it cuts to it and she's fucking screaming? And it gave us not even 1 second. It was just like,
yeah,
over. Beautiful, fucking scary.
Yeah.
Ugh, I feel dirty.
Yeah, the whole movie made me feel really creepy. I don't know if I loved it though.
I feel like
I liked it quite a bit, but I don't think I loved it.
I honestly feel like it's gonna be like Possessor. I really need to watch it again.
I know, and I still haven't watched Possessor again yet. That's good vibe, good idea, like, good comparison there.
Very good. So my take on Saint Maud, I really did enjoy it. I would say it gave me Blackcoat's Daughter vibes and God damn it, Raw. Did you see Raw?
Mm-hmm. I think that actress reminded me of the actress from Raw. Was she the actress from Raw?
No, she was not the same actress.
It looked just like her though. Creepy little face.
But wouldn't you just throw them both around? You never know. A little bit of Jesus, a little bit of Rabbit Heart. Throw them around. Do it. Come on. No, but that's the vibe I got. It was Blackcoat's Daughter, very Satan-y, good horror movie if you like that shit. I do. Or Raw, where you just want to eat your sister's finger and rabbit hearts and dudes in the bar. Raw was fucking gross.
Raw was really gross. That one made me feel uncomfortable.
But do you see? Did you get? Now that I say it, do you see the Raw?
Yeah, vibes? I never saw Blackcoat's Daughter, but I can see the Raw vibe. I can definitely see that comparison.
But I see it as real time, and we were making comments watching the movie. And
a little bit. We kind of stopped talking about halfway through because it's a lot.
Patrons, we actually debated about Lord of the Rings for like an hour and the Hobbit.
Yeah.
So we had to pause it. Anyway, so for another day.
So, definitely another day.
I kind of feel like it was all real time. And when you pointed out the cockroach, I was like, oh, I'm getting very Satan-y vibes with the cockroach. I feel like...
And then when God is like talking to her, it's just like...
No, that was the devil.
Sounds like the devil.
That was... I think she was worshiping the wrong thing. And it kind of gave me this vibe that religion always is going to be this illusion. And it is what you believe. And what you believe is what you hear. You know what I mean? And she kind of runs with all of it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really talked to her personally.
Well,
like it's God or the devil that was talking to her at the altar. I don't think anyone was talking to her. I think she was just so fucked up that like.
I mean, yeah, if you paint the picture where the CPR in the beginning of the movie, that makes a lot of sense. It really does. It makes a lot of sense. Maybe she was just fucked up, and her psyche took hold of religion to grasp, and that's why it's called Saint Maud. Like maybe she is trying to help everybody.
Yeah.
But in the end, she helps nobody.
No.
CPR patient dies. You fucking stab the shit out of your cancer patient. You set yourself on fire. You give a random dude a hand job. You helped him out a lot, actually.
It made him feel weird, though.
He's like, yeah, fuck the high knife.
He was like, get out of here. Yeah. I was like...
And then he fucks that one dude, the fat guy.
Which
remember? And he's like, hey, I remember you.
Yeah.
You're all like holy and shit. And
did you hear him? He's like, you were with my friend. You were kind of a slut. Like, he doesn't say that, but he says like, alludes to like she was just like this hoe that was like drinking around and stuff.
And that's the thing. I feel like she's trying to torture herself. That's why she like kneels down on salt rocks. That's why she puts the
nails in her shoes. Yeah.
I feel like she's trying to torture herself.
I just think,
with God or Jesus or whoever.
I think she took the whole idea of God's suffering and like got delusional about it.
Like, does she sin for recognition? Does she feel like she's helping him out? Is she a fucking sinner and like it really was the devil? You know what I mean?
Well, when she goes to the bar and all that night, I feel like she was sinning, and that's the night when she felt like she was possessed and was floating.
Oh.
And then the next scene is when she starts like punishing herself. And so I feel like that was her asking for forgiveness for her sins, for sinning that night, because that's when she starts putting the nails on her shoes and like all the weird stuff. And that's when the cockroach shows up as God or the devil.
But you pointed out cinematography. Very,
very cool. It was shot very cool. The music was phenomenal.
Music, especially how loud you had it.
I know.
I
wish
I could
great.
do that at home. I was like, this is how you view movies.
That's the second time.
Go deaf.
That's the second time I watched it. The first time I watched it just on a TV with regular speakers, and didn't notice that. That was way better experience. That was dope.
That music.
It was like vibrating everything, and then the way it would do it is just like and like builds up, and all of a sudden just like nothing happens, and it just cuts off completely. It's like,
I hope Jesus blesses you.
Yeah. The way they did it is phenomenal.
Satan-y, scary music, and then all of a sudden she's blessing you with Jesus.
Yeah.
It was good.
7 out of 10, I think. Maybe 8.
I'd say 8. I think a second viewing might bump that up. Because there's a lot to take in. It's I think it's metaphorical, but it also sounds psychological. I just maybe throw around.
Yeah. She looks like a thick princess in those underwear, doesn't she?
She looks like she could maybe run more.